Okay, this is so important that I normally wouldn't put this out there this time of night, but after the third time this happened to me, I think you should be aware of something that's going on out here. And that's I'm calling it swatting. And it's something I've only seen gamers do until Karen and Ken came along. Until they reared their ugly head in the last 12 to 24 months. But really in the last 4 years. Okay, so it goes like this. I was swatted by the Karens that work at my doctor's office, my own doctor's office. Okay, I went for my appointment and there were at least a half dozen plainclothes officers and no other patients in the office. Okay, and this is all because they canceled my appointment because the Karen in this office called me no less than 6 times. Okay, before my scheduled appointment time. They want you there like 15 minutes early. I said, I understand that. And I walk in, there's no one in there. This time too. Okay? And that's all I gotta say about this is that this is why I'm inside. This is why I have not driven my car for 30 days. Cause that'd be black while driving an Italian sports car. I'm not doing that. I've been black while swimming in a members only pool that I'm a member of, and I got swatted on that. These people are busy at work trying to cause trouble for me where I live. Okay, that's one group, and that was on Martin Luther King Day, of all days. Okay, and then I've got in general, I won't call it. It's not swatting, but people are pretty desperate right now, and you got to be pretty desperate if you want to try to stick up a 60-year-old guy that's semi-retired or retired. I'm retired. I work because I want to, not because I have to. And it's kind of crazy right now. So while I'm watching my back, and like I said, people have attempted to mug me in broad daylight. Okay, several times. Okay, in the last several days. All right, so please be careful, people, especially if you're driving. People are spinning. I'm calling it the COVID spin. I'm going to call this video, beware of the COVID spin. But also, beware of the COVID spin, and I'll probably describe it as, and also beware of Ken and Karens trying to swat you. Because that happened 3 times this week. I mean, why would there be plainclothes officers in my doctor's office? Why would they be following me down the street? What have people said about me? I have the clearance that the first kids, 45's kids, and daughter and son-in-law can't get SF-86 clearance. I have national security clearance. And these people that were in government can't get it. I have it. They had to be given it. So think about that one for a minute, where you're bothering a black man that has no criminal record, never in trouble. I wouldn't be able to work with kids, and I train law enforcement. I don't just work with law enforcement, I help train them. So why would somebody like me, why would people be trying to swat somebody like me? Think about that for a minute. I'm still digesting it. Like what is the problem? And it's coming from the least likely places. I'm not going to get into details because there may be lawsuits pending. Okay, so just be careful. Be careful. This is ridiculous. I expect this if I was in the South. I would expect this kind of treatment if I was down south of Delaware. But not up here. Not this far east. Okay, I'm less than 5 miles from ground zero, but I'm in New Jersey. Okay, so when these people used to be out 2 hours away in Pennsylvania, minimum 2 hours away, what are they doing here? What are they doing here? You know, right by I can be in Midtown Manhattan in 20 minutes. What are they doing in my backyard? Why are they here? Why are they following around with their pickup trucks? You know, waving their Trump flags. You know, if I am in my car, you know, like menacing me with their pickup trucks. Why are these people doing this stuff? There's nothing to find. I thought it was me, and then I started talking to other black people that are just plain old U.S. citizens. But my neighbor, I'll say it again, my neighbor was Barack Obama. Okay? Not whoever you might be trying to think I am. Because you have no clue. These people have no clue who I am. Okay? The concept of black men living for over half a century in Bergen County, and in particular in Teaneck Township. Okay, 55 years I've lived in Teaneck Township. And to get this kind of stuff, I mean, I got my own people stalking me when I'm just trying to do my laundry. Then I got law enforcement in general, just with the general driving while black, walking while black, getting the elevator while black, grocery shopping while black. You name it, take your pick, name it all. And the scrutiny is sky high. Why is this, people? Okay, I think, you know, till this, especially this last, leading up to the end of the month, it's gonna get real. It's this tension thing going. Just be very careful. Stay within the guardrails. Whatever you do, stay within, you know, the guidelines being given. You know, I was being forced to go inside of school when I've been COVID negative for 420 days. I'll repeat that again. I've been COVID negative. Now, my doctor thought I said positive. He said no, or the nurse, because she was busy checking out to see if I was really the Black Lives Matter terrorist that the Karens that are in the reception were saying I was. Because they've never seen a geriatric patient like me. Like, trust me, they've never seen a geriatric patient like me. I'm not even going to say what my age is anymore, but I do not look my age by any length or measure. I look half my age. Easy. So, and I talk, you know, I'm sorry, I project, my voice projects because I teach, and my hands go, you know, I go like this because I'm a teacher, and that's what we do. We're very expressive. And so, if that makes somebody nervous enough to swat me, I got a problem with this. I told these people, I told them, I will vigorously defend my freedom, okay, in my profession, because you're jeopardizing that by trying to get me in trouble. There's nothing to see here. Not even a parking ticket, not even an outstanding parking ticket. There's nothing, there's no dirt to dig up. There's nothing you can find that I haven't told people already. I already told people I got kicked out of the house at 19. I already told people that cocaine is my kryptonite. I've already told people I've been married 3 times unsuccessfully. That's not really dirty. You know, so what are you looking for? What are you looking for? There's nothing to see here. I'm minding my own business. I'm living my life. Just live your life. Just live your life. Don't worry about what I'm doing. This Karen and Ken crap gotta stop. It's gotta stop. I'm serious. It's enough is enough. Seriously. You know what? I said it enough. It's almost like we're back in the 60s and 70s, because back then, if a white person called you a nigger, you had every right to call him a honky back. You honky cracker, redneck, motherfucker. If you wanted to say that, you could. And everybody, because everybody in the Northeast, it was give as good as you get. So when do we adopt this attitude like you're gonna do whatever you want and say whatever you want to me, and I have to accept it? I had it happen with a now former contractor. I'm not gonna work with that contractor ever again. I had it happen where I live, trying to use the pool that I've been swimming in since I was 10 years old. All right? And I had it in my doctor's office because the little Karens that worked there had a holiday party to go to my last visit. And when I didn't get there 15 minutes early, they canceled my appointment. She tried to cancel me today with nobody in the office. I was the only one in the waiting room. I was really nervous. My blood pressure would have been. But never mind this stuff. Forget all that stuff. Here's what really counts. This is the part that really counts. I was kind of amazed with this myself. And I'll obscure the title list because I don't want this to sound like I'm like saying like, you know, honkies, you go back to calling people honky. But I just said to the nurse I talked to today that she rotates in and out of the COVID ward at my hospital, where my doctor is. So I was like, and she's in an interracial relationship. Okay, so she's like, I understand some of the issues you're facing, but I don't want to be called a Karen, and the girls out there probably didn't want to be called that. But then you don't swat me because I called you a Karen. Okay? Anyway. So my blood pressure would have been 115/68. If it hadn't been for this, I was at 122/68. My BMI is 22.3. It was 28.25. Last I saw my doctor previously. I'm 169 pounds now. I was 229 pounds when I saw her August 6, 2019. Wow. I had my respiration 16. My oxygen saturation is 99. That's now. I was 97% saturation. My pulse was 120. My pulse was elevated because of what happened. Plus, I walked to my doctor's appointment. Was almost 2 miles. I walked to my doctor's appointment. So my respiration was up because I just had a brisk walk. I walked to the Trolls song. I walked to the Trolls the Other Side song, the Justin Timberlake song. That's what I walked to. Anyway, I'm so glad I don't have to teach to the Chinese kids with this on. And I'm not going to go in a live class and teach with this on either. And I'm not going to clean the school after kids that I can assume are COVID positive have been in the school. I'm not going to do that. Okay, because they're going to would have to provide me with a full Tyvek bodysuit and my own respirator and air supply, and that's not what they were giving out to be inside the school. So, and the school ventilation is not adequate for there to be more than 10 people in there. So there's some things she wants me to do I'm not going to do. Like I'm not getting a shingles vaccine because I have natural immunity after getting chickenpox as a kid. The shingles vaccine is for people that had a chickenpox vaccine. I'm not, whatever strain they used for the vaccine, there was a problem with it. So I'm not getting a shingles vaccine. She wants me to. She wants me to do. the what is it? Urinary tract. Colostomy, colon tract and urine tract, whatever, inspection, and or examination, and I had blood in my urine for 2 weeks the last time I had the urinary tract thing, and I really want to do this. I have traces of blood in my urine. They're microscopic. They only come up in my when they test urine samples. And I have another theory about why that's there. It has nothing to do with having a problem with my urinary tract, and I really don't want to say right now what it is. Except for self-gratification is probably why I'm getting my new traces of blood. Masturbation. So, having said that, I'm signing off this video and saying something good came out, but it's like, wow, I got swatted at my doctor's office. That's amazing. But I had to share that, yeah. But I survived it. I survived it, which is a good thing. So on a Friday, yesterday, although I got swatted by the office staff there, I'm in one piece, and it's because I kept my peace. I've got nothing to hide. I've got nothing to fear. So, I just told her what I thought, and then she started getting upset again, and then when I was saying, well, you can't come here and make her feel bad every time you do. And I said, I promised my doctor, I said, give her my deepest, sincerest apologies, but remind her that this is not the way to handle this. Is to try to try to swat me because I criticized her because she canceled my appointment because they were going to be late for the holiday party. My doctor could not see me. They're saying the real reason was she could not see me 2 weeks ago, which, I told them, I didn't get paid for the day that I took off. Well, I just did. So, but at the time, they didn't know that. Anyways, I told them when I left, I said, I'm not getting paid for the day, and you've been calling me for the last 15 minutes, and I haven't been here in almost 2 years, so I was lost. I had to get to the office, and she's calling me she literally called me about every 3 to 5 minutes. She called me at least a half dozen times, once I wasn't there 15 minutes early for my appointment. So she didn't call this time. I think they purposely had her not call me. Because I told her, it's like, why is she calling 5, 6, 7, 8 times when I tell her I'm right outside your building? And then when I get this, like, you're late. Well, you're late, and somebody's like, and then why do you have the same person there? Why do you have the same person 2 weeks afterwards that was a source of my agita and elevated blood pressure and stress levels? Because as a black man, hypertension just comes with the territory. Once you reach puberty, you're going to suffer from hypertension because somebody's always assuming you're up to something, even when you're not. I thought that at 60, I think I've earned the right for you to cut all the bullshit. There's nothing to see here. There is no drama. There's no drama, Obama. There's no drama, John, too. Jay's got no drama. Stop trying to make some. Stop trying to find some. There isn't any. Go ahead. Go. Anything I've done, I've told everybody already. I've already done that. I'm not the type of person to not tell somebody something about me that you're going to find out from somebody else. I'm not that kind of person. Ask my 3 ex-wives. Ask my 3 ex-wives how brutally honest I was about who I've been with and what I've been up to and my previous marriages and whatever else, whatever else you want to know, whatever you know. As long as you'll get that, as long as I get that from you. But I give it automatically to my friends, to people I know. So, and from now on, in the spirit of my mother and my grandmother, my grandmother, who her attitude was always, my grandmother had no filter. She said she always said what she meant and meant what she said. She's brutally honest. And I love her for that. Okay, because I needed that. These last 3 weeks, I needed that. I needed that to make a very important decision that I just made this week too. I'll get to that at another time. So, and that's the contrast to the spirit of my mother, whose attitude was, it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. And I had to remind somebody of that as well, because just because you direct deposit money in my account, you know, as a contractor for you, does not mean I have to do it. It doesn't mean you have control over me. It doesn't mean you can tell me to put my life in danger. You can't do that. If I tell you I have a medical release, my doctor says, no, you shouldn't be inside of school. I didn't need an appointment from her to tell me that. I've been following the COVID guidelines. So you just, people stick with the truth. The truth will set you free. The truth will set you free, and let's, instead of fighting with each other, let's fight for each other. And I want to thank my cousin Ernest H. Sampson III of Sampson Funeral Services. God bless him, because he is my grief advisor, and has been for over 12 years. Yeah, because people say, "Oh my God, you don't have a counselor or something." You say, "Yes, I do. I have a very specific grief counselor. He happens to be my cousin, and he happens to be like the brother from another mother. So I had 2 sisters. I'm one of 3 children, but I have 2 sisters, no brothers. And my cousin has been there for me over and over and over and over again, including these last several years. For the last 12 for sure, since my mother died 12 years ago, but definitely in the last 6 for sure. He has been there for me, and I love him for that. Ernie, I love you for that, because I love you, brother. And so people, on that note, I'm going to say, be careful out there till the end of the month, because the next 10 days, when they're trying to decide how to help people, because the people need help. And God bless Joe Biden for being the first act, being on this first day, really on Friday, his first official full day of work, for him to sit down and write a bill that increases the benefit to the 12 million children in America that depend on their school for breakfast and lunch. Okay, and it's more widespread than you think. There's 12 million kids in America, and the first bill he signed on his first full day official as president was a bill to put 12 million kids, get them vouchers, so if their school's not open, like the school I work at, that's what part of the problem. The high school in my town has been hosting the free breakfast and lunch, and the kids have been staying there because whoever drops them off, if grandma drops them off, she can't pick them up and then drop them off again, for lunch. She drops them off, and they have their breakfast, and they have the half day of school, which is what we're on a half day schedule, and then they have their lunch, and then grandma picks them up. But that's what I saw on Monday, on Martin Luther King Day, when I went to the school. I didn't have to go, but I wanted to see what was going on at the school. All right, and that's what's going on, is the at-risk kids are at the school because they don't have internet at home. And I don't know, the parents didn't want to sign an agreement to be responsible for the Chromebook if something happened to it. That's another one. So either no internet, and a hotspot is only good for, 25 gig or something like that. The kids stream videos, and we actually present videos for them, and we're using Google Classroom, which is a video-based application. So, hotspot's not going to last the kid very long. You know, I borrowed one from the library when I was between providers, and it's like they're difficult at best to use, and certainly for school it'd be difficult. So every school district needs the money. The next thing, and so it's a good sign when Joe and Kamala is the first thing that they're doing what they said they do. The first thing is the people will be taken care of first. You know, then the COVID, which is the same difference. We're gonna wrestle in the COVID. We're gonna take care of the people, especially the children. We get some money in people's hands that they're unemployment right now, and then and we get stimulus for everybody else. And they may decide to do. If things get much worse, they're gonna have to shut down for a minimum of 90 days. So just prepare yourself for the fact that the next 100 days we might be in lockdown, and so spend time on self-improvement. That's all I've done for over a year, for 420 days, is do self-improvement stuff. And what a difference! What a difference! Just in my sleep, I've literally transformed physically. You know, by getting sleep and eating the right stuff. Not every day. I love ice cream. I can't not eat stuff that's good as something as good as Butterpecan ice cream. Okay, but I'll leave it here because I'm going to do a more formal vlogging experience. This is just basically elemental thoughts. And I really could use a subscription. So please, if you want to hit that subscription button and the notification button, you'll see when I post new ones, and I won't be pushing them into your text inbox, you know, either on your phone or on one of the social media websites. So that'd be helpful if you subscribe. And till the end of the month, just realize that help is on the way and really good things are going to happen. But watch the guardrails till the end of the month. I'll just say it like that. Just stay under the speed limit. Stay within the guardrails. And work on you. Be the best you every day. That's all you can do. Is do your best every day. Do your best. That's all you can do. Not what other people say is your best. Not what other people say you should be doing. Do you. Do the best you on a daily basis, and you'll get through this. You'll get through your whole life. You'll discover who you are. I'm a teacher, and I'm telling you, I don't teach anybody anything. What I help people do is find. A teacher helps the person find the best manifestation of their own self. And to do that, you have to be like water. So pick up any of Bruce Lee's books. You'll probably have some of mine to read too. Soon. Hint, hint, wink, wink. But if there's anybody that says you're looking for this philosophy, look at Bruce Lee. To be like water. Water, it takes on the form of whatever it's in. If there's water in this box, it becomes a box. If there's water in this bottle, it becomes the bottle. There is water in the bottle. And plant food. So be like water. If there's water in here and I put it in the refrigerator, it becomes ice. It becomes solid, hard as a rock. So water can be fluid. Water can be hard as a rock, and water can be water. There's water in my air right now. I've got 45% relative humidity at 74 degrees Fahrenheit. It feels like my plants love it. They love it. One's in hibernation. She's just showing off, and Florida girl over there is waking up. But Hawaiian girl is like, what? It ain't supposed to be this cold. She's not from around here. This is a mild winter for us, but it's freezing cold to her. She's used to be around volcanoes, okay? Native to the Northeast, Florida, Hawaii. That's why you get plants that are from the region of, we're climate zone 9, I think. You want plants that the parents grew up around here, because they look like this. If they're from Florida, they look like that. If they're from Hawaii, they're going to do that. So you want indigenous plants, in other words. Anyway, story for the day. Be like water, people. We're going to have a minimum of 3 years of this transformation that has nothing to do with COVID. It has nothing to do with COVID. We're over the worst of the COVID. As long as we lock down and to get to the other side, so the middle of the country doesn't have to go through what the left and the left and the right are going through. Yes, Texas is out of control. Florida's out of control. New York, New Jersey, Connecticut is getting it together, little by bit by bit. But Texas is now in a spin. California is, forget it. They're done. They're overwhelmed with this. Everything, the infrastructure, the hospitals, you name it. They didn't socially distance. People are barely wearing masks. Who wants to wear a mask when it's 85 degrees out? People that don't want to catch COVID-19 and die, like me. Wear your mask, people. Stay in the house. Make it interesting to be in the house. See, I had no problem with that. I was the only boy. I had to make it interesting. The stuff my sisters did was only so interesting. So I had my own stuff to keep me occupied. Hobbies, activities, interests. Be like water. Be the best version of you. And manifest the best version of you. Okay? Frankie Crocker said he manifested as a ship. Of all things, he said he's manifested as a rigged ship. Think about that one. Think of all the characteristics of a rigged ship, and then you'll see what he thought about how he manifests himself as a man. So you have to figure out who you are. And you have 3 years to do that. Because trust me, things are not going back to the way they were before March of 2020 anytime soon. Despite what you were told, they're not. We're not going back to life the way it was before March 2020 anytime soon. We'll have a version of that sometime in the summer of 2022. Get used to that idea. School really should not reopen until the fall of 2022, which would really be the 2023 school year. Okay? The school starts in September. The year's already over. These kids should be in school all year round anyway. And you should see what happened after the 2 weeks they were off in December. Just what just happened. It was ridiculous. We didn't give them any homework. We didn't give them any assignments to carry over the 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks they were off. They were off 9 days. And it's like school starting over again. But if it's starting over inside, I can't be there. My doctor says I can't. My family says don't. And Friday convinced me that I'm not. So, thank you. I got that off my chest. I'm sorry. There's a lot in this thing. So I hope you watch it to the end, because I think you'll get a lot of information out of it, personally. And like I said, the really great news is I dropped 40 pounds in fat. Let's see, 60, 7, 8, 9, 10. I dropped 60 pounds. What happens, I dropped 60 pounds in fat, but I put back like 25 pounds in muscle mass. Okay, so, and that's amazing. I weighed 60 pounds more than I do now. 2 years, as of August 6, 2019. So, 6 months before this all happened, I was 60 pounds heavier than I am right now. I can't even. My clothes didn't fit. I can't even get in that. That's another video. My clothes didn't fit, so transformed. I didn't even realize that. I was 229 pounds. I dropped 60 pounds. My oxygen saturation is 99% now. It was 97% then. Thank God it was 97. I might have got gout or, something, poor circulation issues, but I didn't have them. Thank God. Yet, there's no way I should be carrying 60 pounds more than I am. I've always been between 180 and 195. So, and I'm right there right now. I'm going to put on the other muscle. When I put on the muscle, I'm going to be 195, 200. Because I plan on putting on another, another 25 pounds of muscle. I took off 60. Oh my God. I didn't realize, I didn't even do the math on this. So anyway, I love you guys. Be careful. Stay inside. Be safe. Wear your mask if you're going to go out. Stay away. If you pull up to someplace, you're going to get some fresh air, and there's more than 25 people around, stay in your car and go someplace else. Find a place you can just be with the animals. They're not scared of us now. I'm not saying go in the woods with wolves. Don't go dance with wolves. But people, we the people will get through this. We the people are going to get through this. No one person, a president or a vice president. I love Kamala. She's a very sweet, wonderful, beautiful person. And we're very lucky that if we had a ticket like this, if Hillary had gone with Biden, she might be president right now. She might have got elected this time. You never know. I don't know. I'm just saying. Anyway, I don't want to start a firestorm debate. I've done that enough this week. So please, watch your back. Use these next 3 years to transform yourself. Okay? Self-improvement. For the next 36 months. Spend it on self-improvement. Okay? You'll be glad you did. I made a place. I had to make a place to do it because I was slowly killing myself. 60 pounds overweight. Ooh, and a smoker. I quit smoking too. I quit smoking. It's be 2 years, 3 years now, almost 3 years. Yeah, so I quit smoking almost 3 years ago because I quit smoking. I think around Thanksgiving in 2017, maybe January 28, Thanksgiving in 2017. So yeah, so around for Thanksgiving, as of Thanksgiving, it'd been 3 years, right? Yeah. So it's more like 3.5 years now. In March, it'll be 3.5 years I've been quit smoking. And I put on 60 pounds, and now I'm back down to the weight I was really high school or college. I'm about the weight I was in college. And my clothes fit. Yay! Woo! Anyway, okay. Everyone have a great weekend. Saturday's coming to close here. It's already Sunday on the other side of the planet. And just remember, we're all stardust and we're all star children. And we're on this planetary journey to the other side. We're at excess of 125,000 kilometers per hour. And a superstar made this all happen. And I'm getting sleepy because I probably walked about 8 miles today. I probably did about 8 miles of walking today. And didn't sit down any part of that time, so maybe once. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay safe. Self-quarantine. Wear your mask when you're inside and people within 6 feet of you, and when you're outside and there's more than 25 people around. Peace.